My wife is out of town. Like any man whose wife's out of town, there's only one thing to do, and that's do something really nice for her. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Marky. I'm Hallie's husband. Here are some of my favorite pictures of my wife and I together. So here's the plan. Hallie left for Vegas yesterday, which was a Friday, and we'll be returning Sunday at an unknown time. So before she gets home, I want to read a book that she's been begging me to read, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Here's my first problem. The book is all the way down here. So I have two options. I can either do the smart thing and pull them off one at a time, or I can do the boy thing and try to do them all at once. So I think I'm going to do that. No, I'm good. There she is. Gotta make sure to clean up my mess too. Let's get all these back. So I actually started A Court of Thorns and Roses like a month or so ago. I liked it. I got to page 38. I really liked the beginning. I thought it was a good book. I just put it down and haven't picked it up since. Hallie's been really wanting me to read it, so I thought it'd be fun to do that while she's gone and then also record a video of it at the same time. I'm gonna try to edit it myself. We'll see how that goes. I've never edited a video in my life. I've never recorded a video in my life, so I'm just trying things that I think would be really cool, and we'll see how that works. I have, don't read the last page, 381 pages, and I have exactly a day and maybe a half. I don't know what time she's getting back Sunday. It could be Sunday morning, hopefully Sunday night, so I have more time. Also, for my own personal history of books, I don't really read books that much. I have a lot of manga and comic books that I like to read. I've read a lot of that, but the volume of words to pictures is quite staggering, so I'm not very well versed when it comes to reading actual novels and things like that. The last book that I read was Fourth Wing, and I actually did really like that book a lot. I think I rated it 4 stars. I do have high hopes for this book, especially because Hallie like raves about A Court of Thorns and Roses. She loves this world. She loves the author and her writing and everything like that. So I just thought it'd be fun, you know, just have the weekend, try to get the books done and do something cute for her too. One thing about Hallie, well, two things about Hallie. She is really particular about where the shots are made, the composition of her videos, and then also just making sure that it's just very cutesy. So I'm gonna try to do both of those things in this video too. I want it to be very demure, very cutesy. I'll be very mindful of how I record this. So I'm gonna do my first time lapse ever. Wish me luck. I'm gonna start reading. So I just finished chapter 5, and Cody actually asked me to come snuggle in their room, so I'm gonna go in there and read for a little bit. From what I remember and what I just read as well, I really like Feyre's character. She's super cool. Seems kind of badass compared to the rest of her family. The whole plot so far is very intriguing as well. One thing that Hallie's really good at is she does not spoil things. She has a way of making it to where she does not spoil things and it can still kind of explain what's going on in the plot. I don't really know what would be a spoiler for stuff like this. I can try to copy what she does, but I know it won't be as good. So I'll just try not to go into too much details. I'll talk about the characters I like or what I like about the certain situations they're in, things like that. So at the end of chapter 5, the situation seems pretty harrowing, but I do really like Feyre's character a lot. Good thing so far. Quick little update. I just finished chapter 6. I'm now on chapter 7. Oh, also, here's the bookmark I'm using. I do not know what the Bat Boys are. I've heard of them from Hallie. She has a sweatshirt about them and she likes them quite a bit. I have no clue who they are, but I like this bookmark. I think it's cool. As for the book, I really like the way that Sarah J Maas writes her characters. I think it's really fleshed out. You get a good sense of the people just from the few interactions that they've had so far and the way that they like hold themselves and everything like that. I like her writing style a lot. I think it's really cool. Also, where I'm in the story right now with the estate, I really like how she describes that place. It sounds very lavish and elegant. It definitely sounds like something that you would see a royal having, you know? I do also like the little detailing of the masks that being explained. So each of the fairies here in the estate, they all wear different masks of different types of animals. And I'm assuming it's the animals that they can like shift into. We've only so far seen that the wolf, I think that's what he is. He turned into the blonde, the like main blonde guy. So far there's like a fox dude with red hair, and then there's a a lady who's a servant and she has a bird mask. So I'm assuming that's like the animals they can turn into. So maybe that's like what the Bat Boys are. They have a bat mask, turn into bats, something like that. I actually need to go grocery shopping right now. So I'm gonna get me and the kids ready. And then when I get back, I'll keep reading as well. Also, here's my outfit for today. So I have a little Ford Bronco shirt. Then it has this cool graphic on the back. I'm also wearing these pants by Ananka Power. They just say Ananka right there. And then I got my space hippie shoes. Made it back home. Here is what I got. Also, it is now 2:43 and I'm still only like 56 pages into the book. So I'm probably gonna be reading all night, honestly, to meet my deadline. I will read a lot of pages before our next update on the book. So I'll probably try to get like at least 100, 200 pages in before I update you guys again. I'm gonna put this away and then I'm gonna keep reading. Quick update. It is 8:51. I'm on page 99 right now. There was a lot going on with the kids, just like needing things and then dinner time, bath time, bedtime. So we just finally got everything taken care of. Also, I am a much slower reader than I realized. I was like, yeah, man, 400 pages. I think I got this. And man, this is whooping my ass right now. I also am really liking the characters' development so far, just their interactions with each other. I think I really, really like Lucien. Like, he's really funny. I appreciate the banter between him and Feyre, just like the kind of shit talking and everything like that. Tamlin is really interesting character as well. I'm enjoying everything about him so far. We've also gone to see a few magical creatures now as well, get introduced to those. So that's also been very interesting. I'm intrigued to see how it further develops and we get to see hopefully more of those going forward in this. But again, I'm on page 99 right now. So I'm gonna get a little cozy, get everything set up and then keep reading. I was also thinking, what would Hallie do to be more cozy? So I put on a jacket. I have a Court of Thorns and Roses background music set up. It's a 4-hour one, so I'm ready to like get into it. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading. Good morning, everyone. Successful night of reading, semi-successful night of reading. I finished chapter 17. I'm on chapter 18 now, page 155. Exposition-wise, shit's getting kind of crazy in the story. At least just more of the details that we're getting, and world building stuff has been very good. So far, I would like to rate this book higher than what Fourth Wing was, just with the story and everything that I've read so far. I'm enjoying what Sarah J. Maas has been doing with the world and the characters, the plot and everything. It's very intriguing. It's been keeping my attention quite a bit. I'm just so slow at reading right now. So I'm gonna keep chugging away. I definitely will not be finishing this book by the time Hallie gets home. I also took a little bit of time to start editing last night. So I went through and I did like a rough cut. I watched a couple of videos on like how to do anything because I have no idea what I was doing. So I did a rough cut and went through and like edited the clips to cut it down and everything like that. But I'm gonna keep reading. Hopefully I can get like halfway through the book by the time Hallie gets home. We'll see. I still don't know what time she's gonna get home, so I'm gonna keep a watch on my phone and see what's going on. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. And also it's nice and cloudy out today, which we love. So me and the kids might go outside for a little bit and play, and I'll probably bring my book out there and read a little bit too. I just made it to chapter 20. This book is so good. The backstories, we got a little bit of the backstories for Tamlin, and then also I've been informed it's not Lucian, possibly it's Lucian, which makes a lot more sense. I was talking to my mother-in-law and I was like, oh my gosh, his backstory is crazy. And I said Lucian. She goes, who? And I'm like, yeah, Lucian, the guy with the red hair, he has the fox mask. And my mother-in-law is like, oh, I always thought it was Lucian. And I was like, oh yeah, saying that wrong the whole time. I think Lucian sounds a lot more accurate, but there was the starlight scene that was super cool, and then same thing with the poems, the 5 poems and everything like that. A lot of these little scenes in between, again, their relationships, so good. I'm loving every part of it right now. Chapter 20, I am on page 182, so I'm kind of flying through it this morning. I'm hoping to hit 200. Hallie also has left from Vegas, so she's driving. It's about 4.5 hours to get back home. So I'm gonna probably also take an hour before she gets here to add all this new footage onto the video and like get that in there as well. So still chugging away. I'm really enjoying the book so far. I just finished chapter 26 and holy shit, that was pretty intense. So I got introduced to Rysand, which I've heard that name before. I've heard Ali talk about him, and yeah, Jesus, what an interest. Before that though, also we had the Fire Night, which the ending of that was like pretty intense as well. And then also the Summer Solstice, which really good. Now, one thing I've really enjoyed too is just like the little intimate moments that lead up to bigger things. So obviously when two characters have like something extremely intimate that happens, it feels very satisfying because there's been so much leading up to all of that. But Hallie's gonna be home really soon, about an hour. I need to stop reading. I'm on page 242. So I feel pretty accomplished. I feel like I did a good job. 200 pages in like a day and a half, 2 days. I'm really proud of myself. I feel like I did a good job, and I definitely will continue reading this. As of right now, I'm at like 4.5, 5 stars for this book. I'm really enjoying it a lot, and I can't wait to finish it. Definitely depending on how it ends, it's probably gonna like peak right there at a 5-star. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you, Hallie. I love you so much. I've been really happy to kind of get a peek into what it takes to do what you do, and yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks, guys.